Hello everyone, my name is Pritam and welcome to another video of the C programming playlist. And in this video we are going to discuss about two-dimensional arrays. In the last video I have discussed about the a pointer to like an integer and like a pointer and one-dimensional arrays, how we can implement one-dimensional array using pointer, actually using this is the constant pointer to an integer array, which is ARR, the name of the array. And another way is to do using a third party pointer, like an external pointer, which will point to the entire array, and based on the pointer arithmetic it will jump over the row column and it will get the values. Okay, so yeah, I already showed the code also. So now we will be talking about pointer to an array. Okay, but before that I think you guys should understand what exactly two-dimensional array is, and after that we are going to talk about this and its application to implement or to get the values, to extract the values from a two-dimensional array. Okay, so watch this video till the end, guys. And by the way, if you are new in the channel, please hit the like button if you really like the content, and subscribe the channel for the more upcoming videos. Okay, now what two-dimensional array is? This is called one-dimensional array. Okay, why we are calling it as a one-dimensional array? Because if I consider a cell and it is getting expanded, okay, in this one direction, then we are calling it as a one-dimensional array, one-directional expansion. Okay, but if the cells are getting increased in both the direction, okay, like in this direction as well as in this direction and this direction both, then it is called a 2D array, because two-dimensional expansion is happening of the cells. Okay, you can remember such things, okay, by this kind of like techniques which I am telling now. Okay, so basically what two-dimensional array is, it is like a matrix we all know, correct? So it is just like that, two-dimensional array. Okay, now as we all know, these are the rows and these are the columns, correct? So rows and columns both are there. So obviously if I consider this as I, obviously this index will be j, just like this. Here the index is I, correct? We normally consider it. So here also it will be I and j. Now how to declare it? Okay, to declare a two-dimensional array, it is like data type, okay, and then obviously array name, and then number of rows and number of columns. Okay, this is the format. Okay, let me give you a name. Okay, it will be easier for you to understand. So it will be like int ARR of 4 and 3. What it means? It means, okay, now let me talk about like this notation. Okay, like this way, I think it will be easier for you to understand. Okay, so what is the array? Obviously, which bracket we will consider first? Okay, so obviously according to the associativity, left to right. So array is an ARR is an array of 4 elements, which elements are array of 3 elements and which elements are integer. Now what is exactly this? Okay, normally what we would write, we would obviously write like this, correct? 1 2 3 4 1 2 3, correct? So index will start from what? 0 1 2 and 3, and here it would be 0 1 and 2. That is okay, but in the memory the two-dimensional array are not implemented like this. There are two ways, okay, by which it will be implemented. One is row measure order, another is column measure order. Okay, now what is row measure order? Where we will consider the rows first and based on that we will consider the columns. Okay, let me talk about this one. Okay, so in the row measure order, as we can see here, that 0 1 0 2 0 0 0 1 0 2. Okay, these are these three will be first three, these three will be second three, and these three will be third three, and the last three will be these three. Now you can see that one row at a time we have implemented, correct? This is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row, and this is the fourth row. That's why it is row measure order. The ordering in the memory will be implemented one by one row. In the column measure order, what will happen, that it will be implemented by the columns. Okay, so that's what the thing is. So let me put the values first. Okay, so here you can see that in the row measure order I have already explained, this is the first row and this is the second row. Okay, this is the third row and this is the fourth row. Whereas in the column measure order, what is happening, that 5 8 2 12, this is the first column. 6 9 3 56, this is the second column. And 7 1 7 0 172, so this is the third column. You can see by the column it is getting implemented. Okay, this is the way. Now by default we will take the row measure order as of now in our implementations. Okay, and we will implement it. Okay, so how to initialize now declaration we all have seen. Now how to initialize. Okay, that's the thing we need to look into it. Okay, so this is the matrix only. Let me copy it. So how to actually write it down. So int ARR of 4 and 3 equal to, so one second bracket we will start, and after that, okay, after that what we will do, we will write obviously the rows. Okay, these are the rows we have to write, correct? So obviously for that we will start by this, like 5 6 and 7, first row completed. Second row 8 9 0, third row 2 3 1, fourth row 12 56 72. Okay, and after that we will write like this. You can write the entire thing in your code by single line. I will show you, and we can take the input as well. Okay, so that is a separate thing, but this is the way you need to initialize. Okay, so now if I talk about the 2D array, okay, what exactly it is? 2D array is nothing but array of arrays, correct, if I am not wrong. Okay, if I consider this is a first row, then this is the second row, then this is the third row, and this is the fourth row, correct? So it is nothing but array of arrays. Array of arrays, an array where each and every element is an array of integer, and that is what it the index the syntax was saying. Array is an array of 4 elements. Which elements are array of 3 elements and which are integers? Indirectly if I say, okay, directly if I say like ARR is an, so ARR is an array of 4 arrays which are array of 3 integers. That's it. These are the array of 4 arrays, right? 1 2 3 4, and each array are array of actually 3 integers. That is the thing. That's it, nothing like that. Okay, nothing more. Okay, so now let me go to the code base and let's run some code and try to understand what exactly it is written. So first of all, it is the hash defined row, hash defined column. You already know what hash defined is. I already told you guys. Okay, and the void is there. You can put, you can remove, whatever it is. It's up to you. Okay, now you can see int mat row and column I comma j. So if you put the things like, for example, rows are 4, and if you put it as 3, okay, so it will be fine. Okay, now this is the input part, where you will be like, it has been written like enter the elements of the matrix, okay, row wise. Okay, it's saying that row measure order you have to follow, and it is based on that. So for, okay, I equal to 0, I less than row, I plus plus, j equal to 0, j less than row, j plus column, j plus plus, and then scanf %d. Okay, this is the thing. All these things we already know how the internally the like a nested for loop works in the nested for loop video only. In the patterns also I already have explained. That's why I'm not explaining here. Okay, and again while printing, these things are getting printed on after every row of printing of every row. Okay, we are putting a backslash n. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it is telling me to give the input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here you can see, okay, no, now what? Okay, here we have to give a space. Okay. Now if you see 1, 2, 3. You can see the way it has been printed out, correct? So this is the matrix, okay. And if I remove this one, by the way, and if I try to run the same thing, you could see in the same line that the numbers are getting printed. So this percent n is very much important on that basis. Okay, so yeah, that is the thing. Now let me talk about another program where we will be implementing the addition of two matrices. Okay, this is the first matrix. Okay, and let me give some 2 by 2, let me give, okay, because else it will be very much difficult to input everything and show you guys. Okay, so this is the first row, this is the second row, and the addition is happening. How it is happening? We have taken another matrix which is matrix 3, and each of the element will be the addition of each of the element of the same position from the nested loops, correct? So that is how the thing will happen. Okay, matrix 3 of I of j equal to matrix 1 plus matrix 2 of I of j. Okay, so that is how the thing, and it will be printed out. Okay, 1 second guys. Yeah, I think it is cool. Okay, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4, 3, 2, 1. So you could see 5, 5, 5, 5 is getting printed out. Okay, that is how we do the matrix addition. Okay, so this is all about the two-dimensional array. Okay, and in the next video we will talk about more on two-dimensional array using pointers, and also we will talk about the arrays which will have more than two-dimensional, like three-dimensional array. We will talk about that as well. Okay, so don't worry, and subscribe the channel for more upcoming videos and press the bell icon so that every video could be reached you through notification. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.